Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today as we try to take a look at the Purdue Boilermakers and what they may go through after we've seen a little bit of the preseason. Now, these are my numbers. Yes, I'm optimistic on just about every guy, and some will be a little higher, some will be a little lower, but this is kind of how I see how it'll fall as we go through the season, dependent on who the people are that you're playing, of course, as you always would be. Let's start off with the main man himself, the one and only Braden Smith. Now, when you put this into areas, you can see Braden only plays the 1, and he's going to be right there. We're going to throw Fletch in between the 2 and 3 spot because he can play both at time. Also, Daniel Jacobson and Will Berg are only 5s. We know that pretty much as we go through the season so far. TKR can play both 4 or 5, and you notice the colors in yellow. These are the guys I think are going to be starting. Now, CJ Cox and Jakari Harris, they're going to play a lot between the 1 and 2, believe it or not. It looked really good when they were on the floor just together, the two of them, so that's your future right there also. Now, Raleigh Burgess and Caleb First, they'll be popping in somewhere in the 4 to 5 range. You'll see them often, and these are the two guys who may be the biggest questions, Miles Colvin and Cam Heide. Everybody's up on them, of course. We think they're athletic, they can do so many different things, but I'll be honest, where's Cam at? Cam's kind of disappeared on us, and we haven't seen much of him at all in the preseason. And makes you wonder if maybe he's hurt or a little something. You throw in Jack Benner, who can play the 2 and the 3, and Brian Waddell, who can play the probably 3 and 4, or at least a little bit. Maybe he's pigeonholed into the 4. You'll see what happens. Now, here's what we're looking at for points per game. The other guys that are hanging on the bench, hey, you know how it is, 1 or under for most of those guys. But then Braden Smith's going to top us. It's going to be right around 17 a game, and he's going to have to at times be even better. TKR's coming in around 16. He'll probably be more consistent. Problem with TKR is I got to worry about some of the fouls that may be coming on him as we go through the season in the bigger guy. Now, Fletch, he's your shooter on the outside. He rounds out the top 3. Looks like about 15. I still think Miles Colvin will be around 11 to 12. And Cam Heide, come on, man, scratch it out, 9 to 10. Jakari Harris gets about 8 a game, and CJ Cox gets around 6. And believe it or not, them guys are going to play more than you think. Jacobson, Berg, and First, which one of these guys is going to fight it out to try to do the best? 6 points a game, probably down to about 2, depending on who plays more. And Burgess, he's probably the highest candidate I see in the other 3 guys to score some points there. Maybe around 4. Waddell and Benter, hey man, prove yourselves, and we'll see what we can do as we head out through the season. All these guys have plenty of talent. Some of them are going to come to the top of the cream of the crop. Others are going to falter. And we'll just have to see how the season breaks out.